Two players spend 17 straight years trading the same throne and neither one lets go. You watch a decade pass and the gap between them and everyone else never closes. Here is the paradox. Talent alone cannot explain that. Hundreds of gifted players entered the league in that same window and none of them sustained it. So what actually kept two men at the peak for so long while a whole generation around them rose and faded? Today, we decode the system behind that stretch, and we test whether anyone coming up now can run it. Call it the rivalry engine. It is not a friendship and it is not simple competition. It is a closed loop of pressure. Every time one of them broke a scoring record, the other had a personal reason to break it again within the same season. Every award ceremony became a public scoreboard. Every transfer, every trophy, every injury comeback got measured against the other man's calendar. This is the key mechanic. A rivalry engine only switches on when two careers run on the exact same timeline, in the same league, judged by the same journalists, in front of the same global audience, for years without a gap. Remove any one of those conditions and the engine stalls. That is why we call it a system and not a coincidence. Now watch the proof. Across a joint span of roughly 17 seasons, the two combined for over 1,000 club goals. And in 9 of those seasons, one of them won the world's top individual award, mostly trading it back and forth. Their combined goal involvement per 90 minutes barely dipped below elite level, even past age 30, when historically, strikers fall off a cliff around 29 or 30. An efficiency ratio like that, sustained a decade past the normal decline point, is not luck. It is what constant external pressure does to output. Every time one signed a new deal or moved clubs, transfer fees and wages moved almost in lockstep, because clubs were bidding against the shadow of the other man too. The market itself became part of the engine. Alex Mercer. Here is the crack test. Take today's most talented young pair, two strikers born in the same year, drafted into the same golden generation talk, constantly compared online. On paper, it looks identical, but run the same 4 conditions and it falls apart fast. They rarely play in the same league. Their form gets judged by algorithms and highlight clips instead of head-to-head trophy counts. And crucially, the media cycle moves in weeks, not years. So no single rivalry narrative gets time to compound. A young striker can have one viral month and get declared the next legend, then get forgotten within a season when someone else trends. The rivalry engine needs years of sustained shared spotlight to build real pressure, and the modern attention economy is built to prevent exactly that. So even with equal talent, the system that built 17 years of shared dominance simply is not available to build the same way twice. But do not read this as pessimism. The engine can still be built. It just needs to be built on purpose instead of happening by accident. If two young stars end up in the same league, same era, same tier of award consideration, for even 5 consecutive years, you would start to see the same compounding pressure effect. History shows the ingredient list is short: shared timeline, shared stage, shared judges, repeated direct comparison over years, not months. Any football culture that wants a new golden rivalry needs to engineer those 4 conditions instead of waiting for algorithms to hand them a viral moment. So here is the universal rule. Greatness sustained across a decade rarely comes from talent chasing records alone. It comes from talent chasing another person who refuses to stop chasing back. The next legendary era will not appear because one player is brilliant enough. It will appear when 2 brilliant careers get locked onto the same track for long enough that neither one is allowed to slow down. So which current pair do you think has the best shot at getting locked onto that same track? Tell us below who you would put on the same 17-year clock.